At the beginning of this year, I set off on a challenge to try to do a low buy year and be more intentional with my consumer habits, be more mindful with my spending, and we are somehow over halfway through the year, and it is a long overdue time to do a check-in. So I want to be covering some of the things that I bought and things that I didn't buy in the month of July, and to see how we're doing overall going into next year. So welcome back to the channel. I'm Carla. Let's get into it. So let me start off by sharing some of the things that have been both helping and perhaps not helping my low buy for the last few months. One of them, which I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, is that I currently have a new 9-to-5. It has now been around 5 months that I've been in this role, and that has both helped me and not helped me in certain aspects, which I'll cover in a little bit. I also randomly decided to set this goal for myself to try to save $10,000 by the end of this year. So we're also embarking on that to hopefully also just make my low buys or no buy months that much more inspiring. We are getting married next year. There's just a lot of changes in the upcoming future. So the more that I can just be intentional with my spending this year and going into next year is just really gonna help me out. Maybe you're in a similar boat, or you have something going on in your life, or you don't even really have to have anything going on. Sometimes it's just time to take a little bit of action and ownership. And for me, recently that has been with my money and just where I want to go, not even for the sake of just having money to have money, but more so for building freedom in the upcoming years. I also recently shared a video, which I will put here as well as down in the description, of how myself and John, my fiance, save over 30% of our income as a couple. So definitely check that out if you're into this kind of mindful spending, budgeting, personal finance type of content. But to recap some of my categories going into this year that I was so terrible at overspending on, that I really tried not to, were number one, no new skincare. I am so proud to say that I am still doing really well in this category ever since I've just found my foundational routine, which I've also posted videos on. I have really forced myself not to stray away, so I have not been buying new things to try out. The only thing in the month of July that I did restock on is my favorite cleanser. I'll also have this link down below. This is my holy grail. I've gotten John on this cleanser as well, and he cannot live without it. He's obsessed with the texture, as am I. This is the Dr. Sam's Flawless Cleanser, their refill one. That's why it's a little bit big. But this is the only skincare that I bought in all of the month of July. And again, in the last few months, I haven't been buying any new skincare, so we are still doing great in that category, which I have to say I have come a very long way, and I'm so happy that that's the case. Now for category number two, we always had snacky snacks and just buying random snacks. I have certainly fallen off the bandwagon on this. The good thing is that at my job, we do get a lot of snacks that I normally like to buy, so I no longer buy them. Instead, I'm eating them at work, which maybe defeated the purpose of trying to be a little bit healthier, even though they are healthy snacks. But on the bright side, at least they're not coming out of my wallet. So I am really taking advantage of the work perks and trying as much as I can to either bring them from work every now and then, or just having them there and not getting the same thing at the grocery when Monday through Friday I can have it at the office. So I'm trying to take advantage of that, and that has really been helping with my healthy snack addiction, for lack of a better word. So we're doing really well there. In July, maybe I fell off the bandwagon. I definitely did when it came to some siete chips here or there, because we don't have those at work. And we just were celebrating tiny little things, and it's always our thing where I'll get siete chips, John will get a bottle of wine, and that's like our little treat to each other. So it could be worse, but it also could be better. And as for category number three, which was haircuts, styling tools, anything to do with like self-care in that sense, still doing really well there. I genuinely have like the most low maintenance hair, thank God. Probably well, not ever, but it's pretty low maintenance. The only thing that I do in the mornings is just put water on my current bangs and blow dry them with like a blow dry brush and a dryer, and that's it. I don't do anything else. The only thing that I've been doing different maybe, which I didn't even buy, but I've had this Sephora sample. It's the Kerates, I don't know how to pronounce that, I probably should. 8H Magic Night Serum. This has lasted me like 4 months and it's the free sample. I actually have been looking to see if they have this come back around because I really like it, but I just don't want to spend like $80 on a bottle that size. It just seems, I don't see that much of a difference to justify the cause. And it's been a really nice treat though. It smells wonderful. And whenever I wash my hair, I just put a little bit of this like on the ends, and it's just a nice little treat. And trying to go through all my free samples before I even consider buying just random crap for self-care, hair care, and things like that. And then for our fourth category of eating out and Uber Eats, in the month of July, we were pretty atrocious when it came to this category. We didn't do super well. We have one restaurant that's really close to us that we really like, and we've gone 1, 2, 3 too many times this month because we were really lean with our groceries, and some nights during the week we just didn't have anything to make dinner with, and we both got home really late. So unfortunately, we failed a little bit in that category for our low buy month. That being said, we still stayed on budget overall with like our food expenses and everything like that. So even though we didn't particularly do well there, we made up for it in other areas, which is a plus, but it's definitely something to be aware of. And we know that it's a category that we need to reel back in and be better about our nightly meal preps and just buying enough ingredients, or forcing ourselves to go get ingredients even when we are so tired from work and our activities and everything like that. So that is the recap for all the things that I did well not buying in the month of July and just overall in the last few months. As I mentioned, it has been a little bit different now with my new 9-to-5. The good thing is that I'm a lot more busy throughout the day, so I don't really get tempted perhaps to shop or do things, or I'm not walking around as much as I was when I was just working on my own. So I'm having a little bit less temptation when it comes to that. That being said, also because I now have a more steady source of income, it could also sometimes be more appealing because I'm like, hey, I have the little bit of wiggle room, but I'm really trying to focus on setting the nest egg for the future while enjoying the present moment. So with that said, I'm gonna show some of the things that I did buy in the month of July, even during my low buy year, because it is not a no buy year. So there is some flexibility to bring really intentional pieces into my life because I also wanna enjoy the present moment as well. So like I mentioned, I bought some cleanser, which was one of the things that I did purchase. When it came to like my nail category, actually a couple weeks ago, I bought the little OPI. It's actually what I'm wearing now. I bought this at Marshall's. It literally still has the Marshall sticker on it. It was $5.99. It's a great neutral color that I can wear to work. And even when it starts to chip and look a little ratchet, it still looks fine, and I can just put a quick little coat over. So this was something that I said I wasn't gonna buy more nail polishes, but some of my old nail polishes were just, the consistency, they were just not great anymore. So it was time to do a little restock. And then something unexpected that I also invested in the month of July is a bikini. And you cannot tell me that this is not one of the most beautiful bikinis you have ever seen. I heard about this brand. It's called Vide. It's an Australian brand. One of my really good friends who's a bikini-aholic and just expert recommended it to me. Look at this print. It's giving Greece. It's giving I need to go on a Greek vacation stat, which I don't have planned anywhere in the near future. But when I do, I am ready. And the quality is amazing. If you go on their website, their bathing suits are steep, okay? I understand why. Now that I have one and I can feel it and I see the craftsmanship, I understand why. Would I pay the whole price for it? Most likely not. So the only reason I got it was because they were having their like archive sale, and I couldn't. Like, look at these jewels. I'm sorry in advance if you also fall in love with this and become something that's on your wish list. The whole point of these videos is to try not to get you to buy many things, right? But if you are, it's about getting really beautiful pieces that you actually love and not just random things that are piling up clutter and things like that. but this is a bikini top. I got both in a size medium. I always get my bikinis in a size medium because I want them to cover something, you know, especially when they're cheeky. I'd rather them be a little bit bigger than way too tiny. And because it was a final sale item, I couldn't return it. So I was just like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So this was another piece that I invested in the month of July during this low buy month and low buy year. But yeah, overall, we are doing way better with our mindful spending. I actually am tracking everything every single month, how much is coming in, how much is going out. And I can proudly say that in the month of July, in total, I was able to save around $2,300 for the whole month, which is fantastic. I am super happy with that number. If you want me to share some more things that I do, like I said, you can check out our couples videos because that is a big reason as to how we save money individually and also as a couple. But this low buy year has been teaching me so many things that I really needed, to be honest. And if you're also someone that in the past has struggled with falling victim to trends, finding yourself buying things that you end up never reaching for, and then having to declutter your space constantly, I feel you. And that is exactly why I went on this endeavor and why I'm also, you know, documenting it, even though I've done a terrible job keeping up with it. But I promise that I will be better and more consistent on the following months. And let me know if you want me to do it every single month. I can show you things that I bought, things that I didn't buy, if that's something that would help you. And I hope that you are also having a wonderful first half of the year. And I am so excited to see where the other half of the year goes. This is a great time, not just because it's a mid-year reset situation, but it's just a great time. There is no time like the present, they say, right? So you might as well take a little bit of action today because your future self can thank you. And if you're also into low buys, being more mindful with your spending, and overall just designing a life that you love, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps to support this small little channel, and I hope to catch you in one of my next videos.